Well, I'm here with Dave, Dr. Dave Parker.
Dave will do.
Dave, okay, Dave will do. I'm here with Dave, and we're driving.
Yep.
And I thought I'd take a few minutes to ask you. You were talking about Genesis.
Yes.
And I was fascinated by what you had to say about Genesis 1, particularly as it pertains to how we understand men and women and value.
Okay.
Could you tell us about some of your perceptions there?
Yes. Okay. Genesis 1, the whole of Genesis drives to the climax. You can see that by the increasing number of verses per day. So, day 1 has got this many verses, day 2 has got more verses, day 3 has got more verses, etc. And it works obviously then to the maximum verses in day 6 when God creates humans. Only before the creation of humans do we hear of a divine council. God says, let us make humans in our image. Only of humans do we read that they are the image of God and given the mandate to rule. So obviously the creation of humans is the pinnacle to which Genesis 1 is moving. But not only that, but our English translations lead us astray when they say God says, let us create man in our image, because the word is Adam, and Adam doesn't become a proper name, i.e. of a male, until chapter 4 or 5 of Genesis. It's generic, what we would say, humankind. Let us create humankind in our image, after our likeness, and God created them.
Right.
So you can see the let us create Adam, singular. God created them. In other words, the singular must be a collective singular, not an individual singular. So male and female seen in relationship is the singular, unpacked as them, plural. God created them in his image, male and female. He created them, Ish Adam and Isha Adam, a male version and a female version. And only as humans are in relationship do they reflect God. And so only after that do we read the only very good in the creation again. You've read after day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it's good, but only after day 6 do you read it's very good. The Genesis 1's the helicopter view, Genesis 2 is the zoom in, and you get the only not good in the zoom in of chapter 2 when you only have an Ish Adam, not an Isha Adam. That is, you don't have humans in relationship, two different Ish, Isha, Adam in relationship, is when it's not good. Only remedied by God creating an Isha, Adam, and then you go back to the summary of day 6, that's very good. And so that, I think, is the image of God, that it's humans in relation, imaging God, who then, if we compare that to the other 6 creation accounts floating around at the time of Genesis, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Atrahasis, etc., they all have humans as an afterthought, blobs of, limited use, whereas of course we've just looked at Genesis and seen they are the pinnacle of God's creative activity.
Right.
And icon rule, image ruling, is used of the gods in the other 6 creation accounts, but here it's used of humans. So you can see the kinds of emphasis that Genesis has about the value and whatever. And I would add that we may be fighting on the wrong front when we argue the how of creation, when obviously it's the why of creation that Genesis is interested in. And so I want to fight on the value of the human, that in a sense God's put all his eggs in one basket with humans, because to look at us is to look at God, is to see God. To see the way we react is in a sense God's best advertisement. And so you can see as Christians then we have this ideal of the human as being, this is God's pinnacle. And so I want to fight all I can for the value of the human, for the incredible creation that we are. How God did it, you can fight all you want on that. I don't have a skill set to do that, but I have a skill set to say